What's happening, gente? This is coming live from El Chicano Sports Studios. Right here to my left, I got El Chicano, and I'm Pep Dog, talking about sports, whatever else you guys want to talk about. This is our first episode, so let's get this show rolling. Here we go.
Let's get to it. All right, Pep. First thing that just happened that we got to talk about is obviously you have the NFL draft. And let's start. Number 1 pick, Cam Ward to the Titans. What do you think? What do you think about that pick?
Cam Ward, that's a good pick. Titans need a quarterback. They've been having quarterbacks, 3 or 4 quarterbacks the last 3 or 4 years, so they need a quarterback. That's a good pick. Good ball player right there.
No, yeah.
He can sling it.
Yeah. He's good. Like you said earlier, from Washington State, he was badass in Washington State too. You know, and he transferred to Miami, and I think they barely missed the playoffs by 1 game, I think. But he was that's a good pick for the Titans. And I know the debate a lot was him or Sheuder Sanders at first, but obviously they thought he was the best quarterback.
He was the best quarterback for that draft.
Yeah,
it was not a deep, talented class for quarterbacks, but eventually, he was the best quarterback out of all these guys.
By far, he was the best.
By far, he was the best.
By far. And as far as Sheuder Sanders, he fell all the way to what? The 5th round?
He fell all the way to the 1st round for being arrogant. That's what happened.
Why do you think he fell?
Because he had some bad interviews. Being arrogant, and Pops didn't help. So that's what happened. You go all the way down to the 5th. You gotta remember, this ain't the NCAA. NCAA got power, but in the NFL, you ain't got no power. The league has the power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what happened. But the kid's not a bad kid. He'll be all right.
Yeah. See, but the thing is, wouldn't you expect Deion Sanders' kid to be a little bit arrogant? I mean, right? I mean, come on, man. That's prime time.
Yeah, that's prime time. Yes. Well, some people call it cockiness, arrogant. I don't know. But the kid got drafted anyway, so he's got to show up now. Got drafted, that's all that matters, really, you know? That's what I think. Got drafted. He might have, he probably surprised, everybody was surprised that he went all the way to the 5th round, but hey, he got drafted.
You think he's good, though? You think he'll be good, a good NFL quarterback?
I think he'll be all right, yes. He went to a good spot, I think. Yeah. Stefanski, the head coach of the Browns, he's an offensive-minded coach. And don't forget, a lot of people don't know, the owner actually picked him. The owner actually made that pick. He wanted to do it, so that's another good thing, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I seen him play at Colorado, and you know what? I thought he was good. I thought he was good. I didn't think he was. Hey, he's not Cam Ward. He's not a guy like that where surefire, you can't miss. But I do think he has his flaws. Obviously, he fell to the 4th, fell later to the draft, but I do think he has talent, and like you said, it's a good spot for him. I think they tried to prove a point. They tried to prove a point, and they made their point.
The NFL has the power. This ain't the NCAA.
Yeah, and the NFL has the power. You can't.
And plus, he doesn't need the money. He already had money from the NIL. He had like $10 million, I heard. That's a lot of money for a kid.
Yeah.
And Pops has money, so money ain't what he wants. But you know what I mean? He'll be all right. He'll be all right in Cleveland.
He'll be all right, but
Will he get some starts?
Yeah.
In his rookie year, you think he'll get some starts?
Ooh, his rookie year.
What do you people think? You think he'll get some starts?
See, he get some starts.
Joe Flacco's old. Kenny Pickett, I don't think he's it. This is his 3rd team already. Come on. But they did. But the thing is that they did pick the other kid, Gabriel Dillon.
Oh, Dylan Gabriel from Oregon.
From 3rd round.
He's pretty good too.
3rd round pick.
And he was higher. He went higher than.
He went in the 3rd round.
He went in the 3rd round, and that was a big surprise.
You know why? Because he's a lefty, just like me.
Yeah. I think, I felt bad for Sheuder because I was seeing online and he kept falling, and this is a kid who they thought was going to be a 1st rounder at one point, and he fell all the way down to the draft, man. And you know what? I felt bad, man. People were talking a lot of shit about him, and at the end of the day, he is.
People just hate. They
do hate. They love to hate on Deion. They love to hate on Colorado, and I just think it was over. They overdid it. That's kind of messed up. Like, come on, he's a kid. How old is he? 21?
Around 20, there, but
21.
They did overdo it.
They did overdo it.
But he did bring it to himself. Him and his dad. Pops didn't help out.
Yeah.
But the thing is, now he'll have a chip on his shoulder. He's gonna come through. You watch. He's gonna use all that adversity, and he's gonna come through.
Okay. Now, did you see when they prank called him?
I did see that, but I didn't get into it.
Yeah. So basically.
But he took it like a champ.
So for those that don't know, what happened is, so this kid Sheuder Sanders was a quarterback, and he fell in the draft, right? They thought he was gonna go super high. He ended up falling in the draft, right? And online, everybody was coming at him, attacking him. And what ended up happening is that they have someone recorded him, and they call him, and it's a prank call. So they're basically acting like they're an NFL GM. And they call him, and he answers the phone.
He had gotten picked?
Yeah, he had got picked.
What round?
I forget. It might have been second round. I think it was the second round.
Oh,
and they ended up
man.
with the freaking kid. It was a kid who pranked him, man. And that's messed up, though. That's
taking a little bit too far.
That is taking it too far, because you got to think about it like this. Imagine you went to school, or you had the best job opportunity in your life you could have got. Whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be sports. But they give you a call, and hey, you're going to make life-changing money. This is the opportunity you wanted and you've been waiting for. And it turns out it was a prank. Like, that's gacho, man. That's
a low blow.
Like, that's a low blow, man. That's a low blow. And you know that felt in his heart, in his cora, that was, like, come on, you know that had to sting for him, you know? That's
not good.
I don't agree with that. And the internet there's good and bad from the internet. But those certain things like that, like, why did the kid do it? To get views on them? Like, that's messed up. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, that's
not good. That's not good.
That's not good, you know. That's not good. But we'll go into a little bit of NFL draft breakdown. You wanna break down the Rams? How do you think the Rams did?
Okay.
What are some players you like?
We'll go a little bit into the Rams draft. I'm a Ram fan, for all you people. I'm a big Ram fan. But at first we had 6 picks. We started with 8, ended up with 6. I think we drafted nothing but backups and special teamers, but that's all right. Sometimes you need that, because we do have a pretty good little team. So we did actually need some. That Terrence Ferguson guy, I don't know. For a second round pick, the good thing is that we ended up with 2 first round picks for next year.
Oh,
because we're looking at Arch Manning, baby. You know what I mean? So we're trying to accumulate picks to trade up next year.
Yeah.
And plus, even if we don't get Arch Manning, there's going to be the quarterback draft for next year is way more talented, way better than this year's. You got the kid from Penn State, Allard. What's that other kid?
Arch Manning.
Arch Manning.
Him from Texas.
The kid that transferred. He just went from Georgia to Miami, I think.
Carson Beck. He's pretty good.
The kid from LSU.
Nussmeier. Yep. So
the other kid, Norris, I forgot for South Carolina.
Okay, yeah.
I'm missing some other kid.
From Clemson.
Oh yeah, from Clemson.
Lubbock.
So next year's quarterback draft class is going to be better.
Yeah.
But with the Rams picks, and then we drafted some other kid out of Michigan. His name is Josiah Stewart.
Oh,
an outside linebacker. They're saying that he's a little bit undersized, but he has a motor.
He's good. I've seen him play.
Kind of like the whole London. You guys all remember London Fletcher?
Yep.
I think he was undrafted.
Yeah.
Look what he became.
Yeah.
He became a good linebacker for the Rams. So that Josiah Stewart, that's a good pick, because we did lose one of our outside linebackers to Buffalo, Michael Hoyt. So he'll be replacing him. And the best pick that I liked out of all the picks from the Rams was that Chris Paul Jr. from Ole Miss, the middle linebacker. I think he's going to be a good pick. He'll probably end up starting this season as a rookie.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. The other kid that we drafted, that receiver out of Pitt, Kanata Mumfield, he'll be a special teamer. You never know. I hope all these picks, all these kids prove me wrong. I'm a Rams fan.
Right.
But at first, I wasn't really happy with this draft, but it's sinking in, and you gotta trust Les Snead and Sean McVay. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing is, the Rams, they've been one of the better organizations the last.
We're not too far. We're right there. We took the Eagles all the way. We almost had them. Should have beat them. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So I know what you mean. I know what you're saying. The draft, and like you said, you think, oh, they might all be special teamers or backups, but you never know. One of those guys hits or two.
Hopefully they prove you wrong.
Or vice versa, where you think you have a badass draft and all the players suck. All the players suck. For the Cowboys, first round pick, Tyler Booker, Alabama.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick. And
not a flashy pick, but it's a good pick.
Yep. And a lot of people wanted a wide receiver. For Cowboys wanted wide receivers, but you know that's a good pick. And like I said, not the sexy pick.
Not the sexy pick.
But the O-line, you always need O-line help.
Yes, you guys are in the trenches.
Look at Dak. He's always hurt.
Yeah, he's always running for his life.
He's always running for his life. So you got to protect them. I think that's a good. Kind of a boring pick, but that's a good pick.
The second pick was awesome.
Oh yeah, the
second
pick, Donovan Izaraku
from Boston College.
That kid right there, and we lost Tank, DeMarcus Lawrence, so I think that's gonna be his replacement. And this
it is exactly
his replacement.
And then with Parsons on the other side.
He's gonna be on the other side of Parsons.
Watch out with that pass.
And that's a big pickup. I think that kid's gonna be a star, and I think that kid is gonna start from day one. And so in NCAA, he was, I believe, first in pressures and second in sacks.
Damn.
Second in sacks in the whole college football.
Well, that's a good, awesome pick. And
that's a good pick.
That other kid you guys drafted too, the third round pick, I think, or the third pick. Was he a third rounder?
Which so the
cornerback.
Yeah, Siobhan.
From East Carolina,
Siobhan Rebel Jr.
Yes, that's another good pick.
6'2" cornerback. That should be pretty good. So the other running back, the other guys that stand out, 5th round pick. Jaden Blue from Texas. So now the thing is, the kid's a speedster, but he fumbles a lot. So if he wants to play in the NFL,
he got
to take care of that ball. You know, he's got very, very fast, he's electrical, but a lot of fumbles in the last couple of years. The other guy that stands out to me, 7th round pick, Jay Toya from UCLA. I seen him play.
What is he?
So he's a nose tackle, 6'3". 340.
Run stopper,
you know. And he actually, you know, he was at USC. He was a USC Trojan, transferred to UCLA, and he was, you know, UCLA had a good defense, and he was right in the middle of that defense. Good run stopper. I've seen him play before. He's from the LA area. That's a good pickup for them.
What's his last name? Toya?
Jay Toya. Watch out.
Jay Toya.
Big old.
Defensive tackle?
Yeah, defensive nose tackle. He's a big Samoan or Tongan player. That kid's he's gonna be pretty good. The other one we could break down a little bit is for the Raiders fans out there. Even though we're not Raiders fans,
we're not Raiders
fans, but we'll give respect to the Raiders fans. We'll give you some time. Tell me what you think about Ashton Jeanty to the Raiders.
That's a good pick. That was the best running back coming out this year.
Yep.
Wasn't he second in the Heisman voting?
Yeah, he was second in Heisman, right behind Travis Hunter. And you know what? He could have probably been the first pick.
If he played for a bigger school, he would have won.
Yeah, he could have been the Heisman. He could have been the.
He played for Boise State out of the
Boise, so he got a little bit. He got his recognition, but if he was at a bigger school, probably gets the Heisman.
But that's a hell of a pick, though.
Yeah, if you're a Raiders fan and you never seen that kid or don't know too much about him, the best running back in college by far. One of the best players in college by far.
Yes.
And that kid's gonna help the Raiders from day one.
Pete Carroll's team, they want that to run the ball.
And you know, I'm a USC Trojans fan. You see the jersey, and Pete Carroll, man, he's a badass coach.
He used to have Marshawn Lynch in Seattle.
Yep.
So he likes those big, powerful
backs. And I think that's a great pick for Pete Carroll. You know, I think right away he's going to be 1,000-yard back for the Raiders. And Pete Carroll, like I said, I'm
got to shore up that offensive line.
Yeah, we got to fix up that line.
Don't forget they got Chip Kelly too as offensive coordinator.
Oh,
they got him from Ohio State.
Wow,
so that's and great. Tom Brady. I think they need.
All right.
I think they need Tom Brady to come down from the front office to the field.
And that's what I was gonna say.
They're gonna have a quarterback.
Yeah, you know and you know what? I was gonna bring that up.
Even though they did pick up Geno Smith.
Come
he's not the future.
Come on, man. Like Geno Smith, he's just like a guy who's gonna be there for a year. He's gonna be a rental. But come on, the truth is this. The truth is this, Primo, is you cannot win in today's NFL without a quarterback. Without a good quarterback. You can't do it. This is not 2000.
That's why they need Tom Brady to come down from the front office.
This is not 2000 when you had Trent Dilfer.
Lace him up, Tom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. when you had Trent Dilfer, who was the quarterback for Baltimore. Come on, man, he could barely throw.
We had that stout defense, though.
Yeah, we had a defense and running game, but nowadays you can't do that. You have to have a good quarterback. So Raider fans, I don't want to.
It's a quarterback game.
Yeah, I don't want to shit on your parade or nothing like that, because I think you guys are gonna be good with Pete Carroll. I think with Genty, that's a good pickup, very good pickup. But you guys need a quarterback, man. You're gonna have to have a good quarterback to win. And look at the Cowboys. We even have Dak Prescott, who I think he's good, but a lot of fans don't like him, right? My point being is this: he's a good quarterback.
He needs to be surrounded with good players.
But still, even then, like we haven't been that good lately, you know. And look at
the injuries have caught up to.
Right, but I'm saying, you need a good quarterback to win in today's NFL. There's just
correct.
It's a passing league now.
Yes, it is.
You can't win just running the ball. You have to have a good quarterback who can make plays. But look at who was in the Super Bowl: Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. Those guys are both. Hurts.
He's good. He's a winner.
He's good. He's a winner. He's won
everywhere. Alabama, Oklahoma.
You know? But like I say, you got to have a very, very good quarterback. He might not be elite, but he's very good. Jalen Hurts is very good. He's very good. You know.
Well, he just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, something you can't hate on that. You know. The next thing, we're gonna talk about something a little controversial. So, how it usually works is a Super Bowl team, right? They usually visit the White House. You know, that's how that's been a tradition for. I think a couple of years now.
Any world championship.
You go basketball,
baseball, hockey.
You pay your respects. You can go to the White House.
Get invited to the White House.
And so the running back from the Eagles, so the Eagles won the championship, right, for football, Super Bowl, and Saquon Barkley, they said he ended up meeting President Trump, and he was golfing with President Trump. And I seen online a lot of people are giving him hell for it. I don't agree with it. Well, what do you think?
I don't agree with it. Let the man be. If I got invited by Donald Trump to go play some golf, I'll play some golf, but he better buy lunch. Win or lose, he better buy lunch or dinner. all of them, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But no, he's the president.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, I might not like him as he's leading our nation. Yes, might not agree with everything he does. But if he's invited me to golf, I'll go golf.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, and people are talking shit about his wife, about Jalen Hurts. I mean, my apologies, Saquon Barkley's wife and stuff like that. Like,
people are just hating.
Yeah, people are hating, man. And I'll say
this.
Leave
the guy alone.
Exactly. And I think this, man. I'll leave with this. Not to get political, because I don't want to do too much political stuff on this podcast, but. At the end of the day, even if you voted for him or did not vote for him, that is the president of our country, right?
Yes, correct.
So you should pay if you get that invitation, you shouldn't you should never feel no type of way about somebody accepting that invitation. That's the president of the United States of our country.
I wouldn't deny
the leader of the free world. Like whether you like them or not, if somebody wants to go ahead and meet the president, like who's gonna turn that down, or why should someone be expected to turn that down? Like that's not. I don't think people should be in his business like that. The other part is this about the political stuff. How I see it, everybody doesn't see it this way, but this is how I see it. Let's say you voted for this president, I voted for this president. To me, politics don't matter. As long as we can treat each other with respect, and I don't care who you vote for. We may have different views, but it doesn't matter. But the thing I see nowadays is that with a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people in our country, is that you voted for this guy, I voted for this guy. We can't be friends. We disagree. I don't agree with that.
No,
it doesn't matter. Like don't let
respect everybody's choices.
Everybody has their own choices.
Respect me, I respect you.
Exactly. Everybody has their own reasons. This is the United States. This is not China.
It's a free country.
It's a free country. My point. This is not Russia. You can vote for whoever you want to.
It's like we all have different.
You can vote for Kanye West if you want to.
Exactly.
I'm not saying I agree with it. That's what I'm saying. But see, vote for whoever you want for.
That's right.
It does not matter.
Right?
Yeah, you could still
vote for Pep Dog.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Pep Dog for president. Exactly.
That's right.
That's my point. Is that it doesn't matter who you vote for, because we should still all be able to respect each other, be cool with each other, and keep it moving, right? But that's so Jalen Hurts. I keep saying Jalen Hurts. Saquon Barkley, man. Like I said, I feel no type of way about it. But I don't think you should be attacking the man for wanting to visit our country's president, and you definitely should be coming for his wife. His wife has nothing to do with it. So with that, just, like I said, political stuff, we're not going to do too much politics, but want to touch on that.
Just touch base on that.
Touch base on it, because that's a big one that people are talking about right now. So let's get a little bit to the NBA. And
not the NBA.
Yeah, man. And
my Lakers.
Yeah, we're both.
We're down 3-1.
Die-hard Lakers, man. So I'm going to start with the first question.
Correct.
3-1.
Shoot it.
Are we coming back from 3-1?
We're not coming back. We will win the next game, though. But to come back, I mean, I'm a big-time Laker fan, but it's just, Timberwolves are good. Yeah. They're good. They're young and they're good. That kid Edwards, he's too much.
Man, I'll say this. We're not coming back. That's it. It's over. It's over, Primos. And the thing is this, disappointing, because you have LeBron James, you have Luka Doncic.
But that's it.
Yeah, but look you've got Edwards, right? 2 top 10. You can say LeBron and Luka are top 10 players. Edwards is probably top 10 también, right?
Yes.
Right, and you can say he has better role players around him, better players around him. You can say that.
Surrounded by more better players.
No, but here,
easy.
To me, if you got LeBron and you got Luka, you should be able to beat Anthony Edwards. I'm sorry, you should be able to beat Anthony Edwards. And we both agree we're not going to come back. That's it. I think we'll win maybe a game.
We'll win the next game.
More. Yeah, maybe
we're coming home, right? We're coming home.
Yeah, I think so.
What's that next game?
Yeah, Lakers are the highest. Lakers are home. So the Lakers are.
And I think it's to Wednesday.
Yeah,
so that's a lot of rest for the old man, LeBron James.
Yeah.
He didn't have no points in the fourth quarter yesterday. But I looked at the box score. 6 points off the bench. You're not going to beat nobody with 6 points off the bench. They're off from Dorian Finney-Smith. One guy. 6 points off the bench.
Oh my gosh.
Then Luka and LeBron played the whole fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The whole fourth quarter.
Is that not coaching?
No.
Is that not coaching? Why?
JD doesn't have no confidence on his bench. Who's he going to bring in?
Okay, so let me ask you this. If they lose in the first round, which we both expect, is that a good first year from JJ Redick?
It's disappointing coming from a Laker fan. For JJ Redick, I think he did a good job. Just needs more experience. His first coaching job, he never coached nowhere. Don't forget he was Luka Doncic's teammate in Dallas.
All right, well let me ask you this. All right, you're gonna say that.
Better than Darvin Ham.
All right, you're gonna say that. Darvin Ham in his first year
was a ham.
Hey, Darvin Ham in his first year, Western Conference Finals. JJ Redick, first year with Luka and LeBron, first round exit. Let me give you that perspective. People want to talk shit about Darvin Ham.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
But don't forget, JJ Redick had a good first year.
It's his first year coaching.
That was Darvin Ham's first year.
Was it?
That was his first year coaching. He was an assistant, but you didn't like him? Laker fans didn't like him. I know that. I'm putting it into perspective.
JJ Redick, because he's went to Duke, you know what I mean? He has all the accolades.
Okay, but I'm talking about numbers here. You can say, hey, he had a good first regular season record, but to me, that doesn't mean nothing if you can't win in the playoffs.
Correct.
He didn't make the adjustments.
You gotta make your.
He didn't play any centers. He didn't play any big man. He didn't.
What big man? We don't have no big man. That's just it. We got rid of our big man. He went to Dallas, Anthony Davis, man. Got rid of him.
Man.
Mr. Street Clothes, they call him.
That is Mr. Street Clothes. You're right.
Yeah, but we are in trouble now. I'm a big Laker fan, like I said. But I don't see. We just come win for it. We gotta win 3 in a row. That's gonna be tough against that Timberwolves team. They're good.
Yeah, they're playing with confidence.
Especially not with 6 points off the bench. Come on, give me a break.
They're playing with confidence. Anthony Edwards is playing with confidence. They have good role players.
He's just too much. Too much.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this. Anthony Edwards. Some people talk about him. The next Kobe, the next Michael Jordan. He's young, but what do you think about those comparisons?
I don't like comparing. Those are different, totally different.
Totally different?
Totally different times playing basketball. Totally different. The games change a lot. That's why I don't like comparing no more. It's not fair for that kid either. You know what I mean?
But okay, but you You don't think he could get to that level?
He can get to that level, yes. If he keeps on working hard, yes. You gotta work hard and you gotta grind. But he has a talent. We all know that.
Yeah, and
but he has a good shot. Yes, he has a good team too.
He's getting better too.
No, he is getting better
because when he first came in, he couldn't shoot.
When he come out of Georgia, he's out of Georgia.
Georgia.
He's a big ball player. I like Edwards.
Yeah, he's good. I like him, and that's a hard comparison. You're right to compare anybody to Jordan or Kobe, two of the best of all time. But why I will say I can see him becoming a similar level player is that he's a dog. He gets better, man. And he's
Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, he's competitive. You see when he was pushing LeBron and shit like
he don't back down. He don't back down.
He don't back down. He don't back down. He don't back down.
He has a dog.
He didn't back down. And look at last year, he made it to the Western Conference Finals.
They lost to Denver.
They lost to not to Mavericks.
Oh, to the Mavericks. The Mavericks took it off.
Yeah, no, they made it to the Western Conference Finals.
No, the Mavericks went to the finals.
Went to the finals, but they lost. But yeah, what I'm saying is that he's getting better. And
no wonder everybody hates Nico Harrison from the Mavericks. They want him out, poor guy.
Yeah,
he can't even walk the streets of Texas. Huh? But here's what I heard though. Did you hear about this? The reason they got rid of Luka, right?
Why?
And then they pumped up the tickets for the Dallas Mavericks games. You know that? So what they're trying to do though, I didn't know that Mark Cuban had sold more than 50% of the ownership to the Mavericks. And a couple bought the team.
Really?
And from what I know, they're based out of Las Vegas. They want to move that team, end up in Las Vegas. That's the main thing they want to do.
Yeah.
To move that team to Vegas like in 4 years from now or 3 or 4 years from now. That's the big plan. To move the Mavericks to Vegas because they already got the football team and the Raiders. Yep. They got the hockey team.
Yeah, hockey team. Yep.
And they got the A's in a couple of years. The A's are moving up there in a couple of years.
Oh shit.
And all they need is the Mavericks.
Yeah.
So that's what I heard.
Yeah.
How true it is, I don't know. But sounds good.
All right. So I got one for you. Anthony Edwards or Luka Doncic, who's gonna win a championship first? Who do you see winning? They're both close in age. Two of the best young players, maybe the best young players. But who do you see winning a championship first?
So right now I see the Timberwolves. We need that third player. We don't got that third player. I thought it was Reeves, but he's inconsistent. He'll show up one day and then the next day he doesn't show up. The kid can shoot, but he's not inconsistent. Not consistent enough.
Yeah.
He shows up one night. We're looking for that third player.
Don't have it.
We can never get it. Maybe we'll get someone in the free agent.
Yeah, even though
during this offseason.
Even though I'm a Lakers fan, I'm gonna say Edwards.
Yeah, me too.
And
I'll go with Edwards.
I was telling my son earlier. I was telling him like this: is that why did the Mavericks trade Luka Doncic? Well, you brought up some things you had heard earlier, but they also say, and it's kind of true. He's a little bit lazy. He doesn't play defense. He likes to drink. He's not really in the best shape, And Edwards is the opposite. He plays hard defense. He plays hard.
Plays both sides.
Plays both sides. He's younger. He's more athletic. Like I think Edwards, he's gonna get a championship probably before Luka, and I think he's gonna take the NBA over. Like I think that kid's that good. Luka's good too. Like I say, look at Jordan, look at Kobe, even LeBron. Two-way players. You gotta play defense. You gotta hustle. You gotta be in shape. Those little things matter. Luka very good on offense, on defense.
But I think Luka playing with LeBron now with the Lakers, I think some of LeBron can rub off on Luka. You know what I mean? And getting in shape.
Right.
Because you know how LeBron spends $1 million on his body every year.
Every year, yep.
For training, diet, you name it.
Yeah.
So maybe some of that will rub off on Luka. Because he does have a little belly, huh?
He likes his comida.
He likes his son.
He likes his cervezas. He likes. Exactly. All right, so let's do it now. Finals predictions. Who do you see making it to the finals?
I say from the West, it's either going to be. It's hard to go up against Denver, but I think the Timberwolves have better depth. That's what's missing on the Nuggets. The depth. After they won that championship year, that year they won the championship, they lost a lot of their bench players.
They're not the same. They're not the same.
They don't got the bench. You know what I mean? So I think right now Minnesota's a little bit deeper. You know what I mean? So you can go on the bench and get big. What's that kid that comes out the bench for them? That big old kid from Minnesota.
Oh, Nas Reed. Nas Reed. He's good. You don't miss.
Good.
You don't miss his three.
And he don't back down either.
Nah,
Why would he back down with that big old body?
Yeah, he's big.
How would he?
Yeah, he's big.
That's what I'm saying. So I think Minnesota, they're a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
From that bench, they get help off that bench.
You take Minnesota. You
I think Minnesota
over Denver.
Over Denver.
OKC.
OKC's too young.
Too young.
No experience.
Yeah, you're right.
I was gonna kill him.
Yep.
I was gonna kill him.
Too young. All right.
No experience.
Over the Warriors.
The only guy out there is Caruso, I think.
Over the Warriors.
Laker.
Over the Warriors.
As long as Jimmy Butler helps out poor Curry, because you know Curry's gonna be the dog. He'll be there, but he needs Jimmy Butler to come through to help him out.
So give me your pick. Out of the West.
Out of the West, gonna be Timberwolves. Not Timberwolves.
Okay, Timberwolves. What about the East?
The East, the Celtics.
Celtics. Yeah, East. I'm gonna agree with you on the
The
Celtics.
East is weak.
Yeah.
Who's gonna beat the Celtics? The Bucks.
Nah.
The Pacers.
The Pacers. Pacers are whooping the Bucks' ass right now. They're up 3-1. Like the Boston's gonna.
That's
come
the guy
out.
we're gonna get the Lakers from the Bucks.
No.
That's gonna be the third guy. The Greek Freak, baby. Bring in the North. They will win
Hey,
championship.
they say Lakers or New York for him.
And I heard another rumor too that LeBron's waiting. He won't retire after this year because he's waiting for this other kid. He wants to play with them too. He wants to play with the whole familia.
Yeah, but I don't
It's
think
a family affair,
it's a
isn't
family
it?
affair. But I don't think we'll see if his son either makes it there. The other son, like you said, he got the other one in, so he probably could get him in too, right? He could probably get.
Is he graduating this year?
Bryce. He's gonna
Bryce,
play,
yeah, Bryce.
He's playing at the University of Arizona. He's gonna play.
He's in
He's
Arizona?
gonna play Arizona.
Oh, this year coming
He's
up.
gonna play. Yeah, he's gonna play in Arizona.
Yeah, he'll do that one and done.
Yeah.
You know college basketball one and done.
Yeah.
So then this will be he'll be on the Lakers at 27.
Yep. I think the LeBron will do it because he's still good. He's still
old.
he's still good though. He's still, what does he put up? 30 points a game?
Yeah, he has the numbers.
He's 28 points, 8 rebounds, or 7 rebounds, and he's still doing it. All right, for my picks,
Who you got?
Boston. Boston's good, man.
Yeah, that would be nice.
They know how to run the organization. They do, and Tatum is underrated, and so is Jaylen Brown. They're good, man. They're both.
They got that kid White, Porzingis.
Yeah, they're deep. They're deep.
They're
They're
good
well
ball
coached.
They're good
well
ball
coached.
I hate to say it, I'm a Laker Celtic hater.
I know.
So if they win this one, that'll be what? 19?
I think so.
And they'll be 2. We got 60, no.
They'll be up. They'll be up on
They'll
us,
by
so-
2. No, they'll have 18.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I agree. I think the Celtics.
So then I'll have to jump on the Timberwolves bandwagon.
I know.
Let's go. I don't want the Celtics to win another championship. Heck no.
Tatum's good though too, man.
No, Tatum's good.
Tatum's good. He gets,
Who
you know.
helped him out and changed him with this game?
Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
Mamba, baby.
Yup, exactly. Yeah. East.
Rest in peace, Black Mamba.
The East, I'll go Celtics. In the West, and you said Timberwolves, man.
Well, you can take the Timberwolves, it's all right. They're looking good right now, those kids.
Man, on the West, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go Warriors.
Warriors?
One last run. Warriors.
It
One
can be
last
done.
run.
It
So
can
I
be
think
done.
next round is gonna be Timberwolves and Warriors, huh? So one of us is gonna be wrong. We'll see. We're gonna find out. We'll see who knows. We'll see who knows more. But I think Curry's gonna have one last run. He balled out last night or the last game.
He always balls out.
He's
He
good, man.
has Butler still.
And they're spanking the Rockets, man. The Rockets are good, but they're young.
They're young.
You
Same as the Thunder, no experience.
The Warriors, I think they have one more run in them, and they have Butler too, man. Butler's a dog.
Green's still there. Green's still there. Always helping out.
Draymond Green is good in the playoffs, and I got a lot of respect for Curry, man.
They got that other kid too, Buddy Hield.
Yeah,
He
they
can
have-
shoot
yep.
sometimes.
He's a shooter.
He's a shooter.
So I think the Warriors will have one last run. I think this will probably be the last year that they'll make a championship run.
So I'll take the Timberwolves out of the West, the Celtics out of the East, and hopefully the Timberwolves beat them. I don't want the Celtics to win another one.
Yeah, I'll go for Warriors too. Yeah, I cannot Celtics keep.
So you got the Warriors coming out of the
Warriors,
West.
got the Warriors, man. I know
And
it's kind
from
of a
the
crazy
East?
pick. The East, I got the Celtics. You know, I got the Celtics in the East. So,
And who would to win it all?
man,
I got Timberwolves over the Celtics.
oh man, Timberwolves.
Let's write that down. Let me see your pick.
Write it down. Write it down right there.
I got Wolves over Celtics.
Wolves over Celtics. Give me Warriors. Give me Warriors over Celtics. Those are my picks. It's gonna be Warriors in 7.
So you said you got the Celtics over the
No, Warriors.
Warriors.
Warriors over the Celtics.
We both got teams beating the Celtics, huh? Celtic haters.
Yeah, Yeah, come on, we're Lakers. We can't.
We're Lakers,
that's
baby.
the team, man.
We will win the second game.
Yeah.
We will win the next game.
Yeah.
But the series, oh man.
Yeah, it's hard, man. And the Timberwolves are playing. They're on fire, so it's
They're on
hard.
fire, particularly when they're at home. Can't shut that crowd down.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna do a couple. It's a quick little thing for my, I'm a USC Trojans. That's my team. It's the off season, so not much news. Just gonna give a shout out to the players that got drafted or went on NFL teams. Cornerback Jacoby Covington got signed with the Chiefs.
You got drafted?
You got undrafted free agent Eddie Chapliski.
Well, some guy went to the Rams.
Yeah, puncher.
Muhammad, no.
Puncher went to the Chiefs. John Humphrey, cornerback, undrafted free agent to the Raiders. Woody Marks,
running back.
Well, yeah, he's good. I really like him for the Texans. 4th round pick. He was our starting running back last year for USC. He's really good.
He got drafted in the 4th round.
4th round. He's good. He's catching.
Woody Marks.
Woody Marks.
I did see that.
Yeah, he's really good. Easton Mascarenas Arnold, undrafted free agent to the Browns. Then we also got Jonah Monheim, 7th round to the Jaguars. That's a good player. He could play guard, center, whatever. Tackle. Yeah, Jamil Mohammed. That's what you're talking about. Jamil Mohammed. Yeah,
outside linebacker?
Yeah, defensive end.
What do you think about him? Did you see him?
Yeah, he's good. I think when he was a junior, he had more production. Last year, he didn't get that much sacks, but he's a good solid player.
Does he get to the backfield?
Yeah, he gets to the backfield. He's
causes havoc.
Yeah, so
we can use him.
So that's a good shout out to him. Jamil Mohammed, undrafted free agent to the Rams. 3rd round, this kid I like, Jalen Smith. 3rd round to the Texans, cornerback. This kid's good. He played for Snoop Dogg back in the day. He 3rd round.
Oh, no,
he started cornerback.
Oh, yeah, I did remember that. Yeah,
he's good.
He's a corner.
He's good, man. He tore it up for USC last year, and he's a good tackler.
He get picked in the 3rd round. That's pretty good.
Yeah, for corner, he's gonna make one of those kids.
Who did he get drafted by?
Texans. The Texans love the USC players. And then the last one, Greedy Vance, undrafted free agent to the Raiders. So that's a good little cornerback, nickelback. He's a little small, but the kid plays
for. Put him in the slot.
Yeah, put him in the slot. Exactly. That's what he played for USC. So congrats to all those kids making your dreams come true. And then so USC, they have the most picks all time for NFL.
Yeah, I knew that.
It's 523
drafted players.
Drafted players. That's drafted.
Who's second? Notre Dame.
You called it Notre Dame second. USC still first by a lot. And then other USC news. So right now they have the #1 recruiting class and #1 in all.
They need it.
They need it because they've been struggling the last couple of years. But
they got don't even see them anymore.
Oh my, yeah. Well, they got so another news they predicting they get a new player, 5-star Kenny Pepe.
Drake Pepe.
Yeah. Kenny Pepe. Yeah.
Pepe. I gotta get that jersey. That's right.
Kenny Pepe. Let's say that Kenny Pepe. And they predicting they get. It's predicted that they're gonna get him 5-star offensive tackle.
They did get him.
So
I did see that.
They're gonna get him. So that's a good pickup. So that's it for the USC news, and practice just ended. So they'll start up back fall camp when the season gets closer. And then let's talk a little bit about the Dodgers. What are you seeing right now from the Dodgers? Anything stand out? Anything you watching the games or?
Yeah, I've been watching the game. Hell yeah, Dodgers fan, yes. But Dodgers, let me see. Started 8-0, got off to a hot start.
Anything else?
The National League West is pretty tough. You got the Giants, Padres.
I think they're half a game behind the
Diamondbacks. The only team that's lacking is the Rockies.
Yeah.
They're doormats every year, but the Dodgers. Man, they get a lot of injuries, especially pitchers. Glasnow's always hurt. He's about as bad as Anthony Davis. Nagging injuries all the time. We're missing Gonson, and Gonson is supposed to come back. Tony Gonson is supposed to pitch, I think, what's today, Monday? He's supposed to pitch Wednesday.
Yep.
That'll help out, because we got Snell. We signed Blake Snell to a big contract. And look at him, he's on the disabled list already. We should have just re-signed Walker Buehler. But we're still in there. We'll be in the World Series. We're too talented. We're deep too, and we got
a lot of
showtime.
A lot of money on that roster too. There's a lot of money on that roster.
The Dodgers should be all right.
Yeah.
It's still early, still April, so we shouldn't don't push the panic button yet.
You think they'll get back to the World Series?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, they'll be back there.
But it is going to be tough because everybody's coming after you.
Yeah.
In the National League West, it looks like it's tough. It's only April, yes, but the Giants, Diamondbacks, and Padres, they're all playing good ball.
Yeah. they're second place right now. I think they're half a game back
See?
from the Giants. So
I mean, I don't know if they can keep up with the Dodgers because it's a long season.
Yeah.
Still April, like I said.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, Dodgers will be all right. They'll be all right.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got a big boxing weekend this weekend. We talk some boxing talk. You know.
Right, Garcia.
Yeah, a lot.
Canelo, baby.
Yeah, Canelo's fighting. Yeah.
What you said the fights are from New York?
Oh yeah. So there's a lot, but it's a lot of boxing stuff. So there was a fight. Actually, me and my brother right here, my brother Adrian, we were watching these fights on Saturday that just passed. I want to talk about that a little bit. So let's trip out on this. So there was two brothers, right?
Yes.
Connor Ben versus Chris Eubanks Jr. Now, the people in the United States probably don't know those names, right?
Correct. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, right? But the story's kind of crazy. So they're from England, right? Their dads fought 30 years ago for the championship belt. So their families have had rivalries since they were growing up, since kids. Their dads fought for the title. They fought like the same era, like Roy Jones and all those guys back in the 90s, you know?
What was the last name?
Eubanks Jr. and Chris Eubank, and the dad was Nigel Benn. But these guys are bad. They were bad boxers back in the UK, right? So it was one of the biggest fights in England or in British boxing history. And so their kids got down. And they fought on Saturday.
Two brothers going head on?
No, not my bad. Their kids.
They both fought.
So they're rivals. The dads are rivals, and now the sons fought.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So that's crazy. Like 30 years later, their sons ended up fighting. Or how 25 years later.
The parents, the dads, they were rivals back then?
Yep, and now the sons are rivals.
Wow.
So that's kind of a crazy story.
From England?
Yeah, from England. And they got down. They threw blows, and because it was family history. So no one wanted to quit. No one wanted to give up.
No, of course.
Yeah, so it was a good fight. And
especially coming from that. They're both coming from good pedigree.
Yeah, exactly. So Chris Eubanks Jr. won the fight, and shout out to him. That was a good fight. They got down. That kind of in the States, people don't really know about those guys, but for England, it'd be like if Pacquiao and Mayweather's sons fought
against each other.
Yeah, kind of like that. That's
they battled it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like to put it into perspective, you know. But that was a pretty good fight. But this weekend we got some good fights. Ryan Garcia against Rolando Rolly Romero. Now, so Ryan Garcia, obviously, he's from the Southern California area.
And Romero.
Yeah, Romero. Let's trip out on this. If you've never seen Romero fight, this how the fight's set up. He's a good. I like Romero also, right? He's actually Cuban. He's Cuban. He's from Las Vegas. Cubano. He's a Cubano fighter, right? He's got a lot of power. But trip out on this, how they have a rivalry going back years because Ryan Garcia and this guy Rolly. Okay, Rolly Romero. It's called Rolly. They sparred. So this guy used to train with Mayweather, right? He used to train at Mayweather's gym. Romero used to train at Mayweather's gym, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't think they didn't know each other, but Ryan was a young kid, like 17 or 18 years old. The other guy was probably a little bit older, and they ended up sparring, right? But they didn't know each other or whatever. And that guy Romero, Rolly, he kind of ended up fucking up Ryan Garcia, and it's on YouTube. He's bloodying him up. He's beating him up.
How old?
Ryan was probably 17. The other guy was probably 19 or 20. Romero was probably 19 or 20. A little bit older.
They were sparring.
And
now they're actually fighting.
And now they're actually. But so they have a rivalry because the other guy fucked up Ryan Garcia. He fucked him up, and it's on YouTube. You can see it.
Romero against Garcia.
Yeah. And then so that was a good sparring match. Now they're gonna fight. I'll give a prediction though.
Who's doing this as the champion? Garcia?
So now neither of them are champions yet, but
is there a belt up for this fight?
No belt, but the winner will probably fight for a belt. Okay. Haney was a guy. I don't know if did you see that one? Haney Garcia. That was So anyways,
I think I did one.
That was the one. Yeah. So I think I'll give my prediction. Ryan Garcia is a good fighter, man. People hate on him, but he's a good fighter. I think Ryan's gonna knock his ass out. I'll say 4th round. Because this other kid's good, but the other kid gets hit a lot. No defense. He's kind of wild. He's a wild ass.
Does he have a chin though? Can he take it?
Nah, he been knocked out a few times.
Oh.
So Ryan, I give my prediction right now. Ryan's gonna knock his ass out. I say 4th round.
What do you think about Canelo? How about Canelo?
Okay, so got Canelo against William Skull. Okay, so that fight. Let's go back to the other card though, because there's 3 fights. So trip out. So there's gonna be for Cinco de Mayo weekend. They always have boxing fights, right?
Correct.
So they're having these first fights we're talking about are Friday night. So they're having fights Friday night in New York in Times Square. It's outside, and it's gonna be the first time they've ever done it like that outside.
But these other fights are gonna be there too.
Yeah, so these are Fridays. So these other ones. The next fight is gonna be Teofimo Lopez against Arnold Barbosa. If you've never seen them fight, Teofimo Lopez, he's bad, man. He's a badass fighter. He's like how can I predict him? Like, or how can I say? He's like I don't know how he fights like, but he's very like he's very fast. Unorthodox, he's fast. He throws good combos. He's got good power. He's I believe he's from his parents or his dad's from Honduras. He's bad. He's bad. He's Hondureño. Yeah, he's bad. He's got good power, good skills. He's fighting against an undefeated guy, Barbosa, Arnold Barbosa. He's from LA area, El Monte. He's from El Monte. He's from El Monte. Yeah, El Monte. He's from El Monte. So he's gonna be. They're gonna fight. And this guy Barbosa's undefeated. And the other guy Teofimo, he was like pound for pound champion, but then he lost. But the thing is, with Teofimo Lopez is that he was going through family problems, man. So he pulled up to the fights, and I felt like he wasn't there in his head. His wife left him. He wasn't seeing his kids. Like, come on, that's
hard. That's hard.
Yeah, that's hard. Mentally. Yeah, and that's different. You're not playing basketball or football. You're going to a fight, right? You're going into a fight.
Correct.
So he lost one. He looked kind of bad in the other ones, but the other ones he beat like really good fighters. He beat Lomachenko, who's pound for pound fighter.
So has he put that past already?
That's the thing.
Well, I was gonna get knocked out again.
Yeah. He never knocked out, but he took a loss before, you know. Yeah. So I think on that prediction. So then the other guy, Barbosa, the Chicano fighter, maybe not as skilled, but he never lost. He's just he's just a good boxer. You know what I mean? Not too much power, but he's got good skill and he's on a roll. He won the last two fights he won were really good. So he's on a good roll. This guy's a champion. Barbosa is a champion. Well, I think they're both champions, and Teofimo 140 pounds. So these guys
they're fighting at 140?
140. And they're both like it should be a good fight. They've been having a little rivalry for a while. I'm gonna go with the upset though. Arnold Barbosa by decision, because I'll tell you why. Boxing is kind of like, let's say NFL. You know, in the NFL playoffs, teams get hot. And they start on a win streak, right? They
get hot at the
right time. Well, this guy Barbosa, the last two fights, he beat a former champion, and he beat another guy, Jack Catterall, and he beat Jose Ramirez. Those are both really big wins for his career. So he's fighting with confidence. He's on the prime of his career. The other guy,
he has everything going.
Yeah, Teofimo Lopez. Like I said, he's had problems with his ex-wife. She wouldn't let him see the kid. So he's got a lot of talent, but he's not always focused.
Not always there.
So I think I'm gonna go with the guy who's more steady, and Barbosa with the upset. I don't know, that's gonna be my pick.
Barbosa?
Well, I might put some money on it. You know, I think he'll probably so that's what you might want to pick. The last fight on that card. So this is on Friday night. Is gonna be Devin Haney against Jose Ramirez. And Devin Haney is a guy, he used to train with Mayweather. He's got that Mayweather style where he tries to be slick, use his speed and all that. Stick and move pretty much, right? But the thing is, Ryan Garcia knocked him out. Yeah, no, he didn't knock him out. He dropped him 3 times. Right? That's the fight I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's like how he fought Ryan Garcia last time. So now it's his comeback fight. So if they both win, if Ryan wins and Haney wins, then they set up the rematch. So that's what they're doing.
This Garcia guy, what's he ever done, man?
He's good. He beat Haney.
What's his record?
Garcia, he's got one loss. One loss to Tank. Well, what happened though? He beat Haney, but he popped 30 for steroids. So that was a big controversy. Now they got to do the rematch and all that. But to get back to this fight, Haney.
Are you related to him?
Primo, I should say it on the Primo now. Well, if he wins, we're related. If he loses, I don't know what that is. Okay, so Haney against Jose Ramirez. Ramirez is a good fighter too. He used to be a champion. He's from.
All these fights you're talking about right now,
they're gonna fight Friday. Yeah.
So how many fights will they have on Saturday?
On Saturday, I don't know the other ones. I know the Saturday card. These ones I'm talking about. These are all good fights, like championship level fights. Saturday, Friday, right? On Friday. So the next one, Haney, Jose Ramirez. I'll get Devin Haney to win by decision. Ramirez is a good fighter. He's on the cut. How should I say it? He used to be the champion, right? He used to be a champion, but he lost. He lost his belt. He hasn't been the same. He lost his last fight. Barbosa beat him. I think Haney's gonna come back. I think Ramirez is gonna make it a good fight. He's gonna put the pressure on him. He's a typical Mexican fighter. He's gonna put pressure, throw a lot of brazos, exactly. And Haney's more like the guy who's more slick. He's gonna be trying to move and stuff like that. Trying to avoid him a little bit. But I think Haney's younger. I think Ramirez is a little bit past his prime, so I'll give Haney by decision.
Decision for Haney.
And then the next one Saturday, Canelo against William Skull. I think Skull's from Cuba. He's a Cuban fighter. Yeah, so I think that fight. Cubano, yeah, they're fighting Saturday night and Cinco de Mayo weekend. And that, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it 100. That's a weak ass fight. Canelo, I don't know. Canelo's kind of that's a disappointing fight, to be honest. I'm not even that excited about it. I'll watch it if it's on, but of course I'm gonna watch it.
He should dominate the fight?
Yeah, he'll dominate. He'll probably knock the guy out in 6 rounds, I think. 6 rounds. So, but he has to fight this guy. And then he's gonna fight.
So who should he be fighting?
So he's gonna. I don't know if you heard about Terrence Crawford. You heard about him, Crawford?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So he's a champion. He's gonna move up in weight class to fight Canelo. So that'll be the big fight. So there now it's kind of like a tune-up fight, should I say?
Yeah,
weak fight. Yeah.
So fight Crawford. So he'll fight Crawford at the end of the year
in September probably.
Okay, September.
This fight is not that. It's kind of boring. I think he'll beat the guy William.
Yeah, a bunch of tune-up fights.
That's a tune-up fight. Yeah, it's a tune-up fight. So he'll. I'm not excited about it, but he'll probably knock him out in 5 or 6 rounds or something like that. The other guy won't put up much of a fight, but that's
doing it for the feria.
Yeah, for the feria, you know, doing it for the feria. So I think that's Saturday night. So that'll be Saturday night. I think they're fighting in Vegas. If I'm not.
So Friday.
Friday's if you want to see
some fights,
some good fights. Friday night.
I'll check it out.
Those are can't miss fights. Friday night. Yeah, it's on. I think it's gonna be on. It might be on pay-per-view, but it's only like $20, $25 for me. So that's pretty reasonable, you know. The Zone pay-per-view. Friday night, watch those fights. Saturday, Canelo. Those fights are alright, but like I said, just check it out if you got the time. But it's not. It's kind of a tune-up fight. It's
a tune-up fight.
To get too excited about, you know.
Yeah, nothing to get too. Yeah. And
the
other ones on Friday.
Friday night though, if you
that.
If you want some good action,
Chingazo.
Friday night you see some good chingazos. Yeah, get whatever. Get your cervezas. Get some good comida and
hell yeah,
some tacos or barbecue. Yeah, watch some good fights. Friday night, you gotta check those out. Those are 3.
Get your date.
Yep. Those are 3.
That's right.
Championship level fights on Friday night. Saturday.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's supposed to be.
You're really informative.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Yeah, and then that's it. I mean, is there anything else you want to add? I want to do some. Thank you for tuning in for the first episode. Like I said, we're doing this for fun. Trying to you know, me and Primo both know a lot about sports.
Try to do it every week for you guys.
Every week and just have some fun and you know, talk sports mostly, but life events or shout outs and
cultura,
whatever, you know, whatever
food,
whatever. Yeah, you know.
Like the barbecue.
Anything, you know. And I want to end this podcast. I'm gonna end this like this. I want to do some shout outs, you know. And I'm gonna start shout outs is basically we can pay your respects to whoever, a group of people, a person, whatever, some of that you know, family, whatever. So my shout outs is I want to give shout outs to all the dads out there, all the dads who do their thing to raise their kids, to provide for their kids, to protect their kids, just all the dads that are doing their thing, you know. There's no book on how to raise a kid, right? How to raise a boy, or there's no book, right? But I think as long as you're there for your kid, right? As long as you're there for your kid.
It's easy to make a kid, but it's harder to
pick them up when they fall, right? Pick them up when they fall, congratulate them when they do good, right? Kick them in their ass when they need it. Guide them in life to do right? And hopefully raise one day good kids in society, right? So just give shout out to all the dads, all my friends, family, anybody who are good dads. Shout out to all the dads, you know. Primo, you got any shout outs, Primo?
I got a real for Jay Bernardo, just passed away. May you rest in peace, a good friend.
Family friend.
Rest in peace, Jay, and to all condolences to all the familia.
All the family.
Just wanted to say that. Rest in peace, Jay Bernardo.
That's it. Shout out. That's it. Rest in peace. That's it. Gracias.